Genesis 18. The Lord appeared to Abraham by the oaks of Mamre while he was sitting at the entrance to his tent during the hottest time of the day. Abram looked up and saw 3 men standing across from him. When he saw them, he ran from the entrance of the tent to meet them and bowed low to the ground. He said, "My Lord, if I have found favor in your sight, do not pass by and leave your servant. Let a little water be brought so that you may all wash your feet and rest under the tree. And let me get a bit of food so that you may refresh yourself, since you have passed by your servant's home. After that, you may be on your way." "All right," they replied, "you may do as you say." So Abraham hurried into the tent and said to Sarah, "Quick, take 3 measures of fine flour, knead it, and make bread." Then Abram ran to the herd and chose a fine tender calf and gave it to a servant who quickly prepared it. Abraham then took some curds and milk along with the calf that had been prepared and placed the food before them. They ate while he was standing near them under a tree. Then they asked him, "Where is Sarah, your wife?" He replied, "There in the tent." One of them said, "I will surely return to you when the season comes around again, and your wife Sarah will have a son." Now Sarah was listening at the entrance of the tent, not far behind him. Abraham and Sarah were old and advanced in years. Sarah had long since passed menopause. So Sarah laughed to herself, thinking, "After I am worn out, will I have pleasure, especially when my husband is old too?" The Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Will I really have a child when I am old?' Is anything impossible for the Lord? I will return to you when the season comes around again, and Sarah will have a son." Then Sarah lied, saying, "I did not laugh," because she was afraid. But the Lord said, "No, you did laugh." When the men got up to leave, they looked out over Sodom. Now Abraham was walking with them to see them on their way. Then the Lord said, "Should I hide from Abraham what I am about to do? After all, Abraham will surely become a great and powerful nation, and all the nations on the earth may receive blessing through him. I have chosen him so that he may command his children and his household after him to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just. Then the Lord will give to Abraham what he promised him." So the Lord said, "The outcry of Sodom and Gomorrah is so great and their sin so blatant that I must go down and see if they are as wicked as the outcry suggests. If not, I want to know." The 2 men turned and headed toward Sodom, but Abraham was still standing before the Lord. Abram approached and said, "Will you really sweep away the godly along with the wicked? What if there are 50 godly people in the city? Will you really wipe it out and not spare the place for the sake of the 50 godly people who are in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to kill the godly with the wicked, treating the godly and the wicked alike. Far be it from you. Will not the judge of the whole earth do what is right?" So the Lord replied, If I find in the city of Sodom 50 godly people, I will spare the whole place for their sake." Then Abraham asked, Since I have undertook to speak to the Lord, although I am but dust and ashes, what if there are 5 less than 50 people, 50 godly people? Will you destroy the whole city because 5 are lacking?" He replied, "I will not destroy it if I find 45 there. Abraham spoke again. What if, if 40 are found there? He replied, I will not do it for the sake of the 40. Then Abraham said, may the Lord not be angry so that I may speak. What if, 30 are found there? He replied, I will not do it if, if I find 30 there. Abraham said, since I have undertaken to speak to the Lord, what if, if only 20 are found there? He replied, I will not destroy it for the sake of the 20. Finally, Abraham said, may the Lord not be angry so that I may speak just once more. What if, if 10 are found there? He replied, I will not destroy it for the sake of the 10. The Lord went on his way when he had finished speaking to Abraham. Then Abraham returned home. Okay, we'll get into the negotiation here in a second. Let's scroll back to the beginning of this. Okay, so we have a demonstration of hospitality. We have a demonstration of hospitality. Abraham is under the oaks of Mamre, where he has had encounters with God before. So he is there under the oaks of Mamre, and during the hottest part of the day, and 3 men are coming to him. 3 is a significant number. Okay, so they're there. He recognizes them, perhaps. There seems to be a possibility that Abraham knows who these people are. There's also, they address, where is your wife Sarah, in the conversation when there's no introduction that Abraham says who he is or introduces his wife Sarah. So there is a possibility of familiarity between these people, that Abraham has already had an encounter with them, perhaps when the Lord has showed up to Abraham before. We don't know. We don't know how Abraham is seeing them. We don't know if they are strangers indeed. There is, like I said, a sense of familiarity, but we don't know. He, however, responds with hospitality. And actually, if you go to read through this, let me see, where is it? The 3 measures. Where is it? Yeah, the 3 measures of fine flour. Okay, 3 measures, 3 seahs, about equal to 20 quarts or 22 liters of flour, which would be a lot of bread. The animal prepared the meal was far more than the meal prepared was far more than the 3 visitors needed. This was a banquet of royalty. Either it had been a lonely time for Abraham in the presence of the visitors, made him very happy, and he sensed that it was a momentous visit. So, this is, and also it's considered that Sarah does it herself. It does not say that she included servants. Abraham does include a servant to prepare the meal. Then he goes and he gets the curds and the milk. So he is getting he is going overboard on this meal. He is, which is one reason to think there might be familiarity here. Again, it's another clue that maybe there's familiarity. Also, he's calling him my Lord, and then we later find out that it indeed is God. Who seems to be there with 2 men. Are the 2 men angels? And then they're men. We have this in the Old Testament where they're flipped back and forth, and we'll find out they are angels when we keep going. But up to this point, they're only mentioned as men. So we have this extreme hospitality that is being extended. We have the promise to Abraham. Abraham's already had the promise. He was already told that Sarah was going to be the one. Here, Sarah is hearing it, and she laughs. She laughs. Now, why does she not just say, it was me? It says because she was afraid. What is she afraid of? Why is she afraid to admit that she laughed? Is it because admitting she laughed is admitting she doubted God? I'm wondering if that's the case. If I'm admitting I had doubts. I doubted God's plan, and I'm supposed to be faithful. That makes sense to me. Why she's saying, no, I didn't. I'm coming to terms with it. I'm gonna accept it. And so it's going to happen. We have a little interlude of how they're responding to it, and then indeed it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And then we have the men getting up to leave. So we have this immense hospitality that Abraham shows. And pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. Let me snooze the ad so we can take time here. Then the Lord said, should I hide from Abraham what I'm about to do? After all, Abraham will surely become a great and powerful nation, and all nations on the earth may receive blessing through him. Okay, therein I think is the key. Find blessing, receive blessing. Okay, I'm not going to dive into that and all of the text there, but we have the promise that has been repeated again and again and again. All nations on earth will be blessed through you. Those who bless you will be blessed. Those who curse you will be cursed. Hey, Supersonic. So we have, okay, Abraham is going to be the means at which places are blessed. Let's find out if Abraham wants to bless Sodom and Gomorrah. Is Abraham willing to bless them? Is Abraham willing to be their defender? Is he willing to? Now, Abraham is righteous, okay? Abraham is upright. So he does indeed, when the test is given to him, will you stand up for the righteous? Will you do what is good? Are you the defender of other people? Are you the one that wants to bless others? Or are you the one that wants to curse others? So he tells him what is going to happen, and the two men leave to go to do to the city. Again, it says they're men. We'll find out in the next chapters that they're angels. But Abraham may not know this. So Abraham approaches the Lord and says, will you really sweep away the godly along with the wicked? What if there are 50 in the city? Now, why does he pick 50? I don't know. Hey, thank you for the follow, Master Chief. 5 is the Torah. 5 is multiplied by 10 would give you 50. Maybe that's why he picks 50. Maybe it's a reasonable number in his mind that a city of this size would have 50 godly people. They shouldn't be punished. They shouldn't be swept away. They shouldn't be destroyed. The good with the wicked. So he is standing up on behalf of the city. But then probably he realizes there's not going to be that many, or he overstated the possibility. Maybe Abraham knew he was going to negotiate. Maybe Abraham knew he was going to negotiate with them. Okay? Now, he negotiates down from 50 to 45 to 40 to 30. So he starts with a 5 jump, then he goes to a 10 jump, and he goes 40, 30, 20, 10. Okay, so let's see, how many times does he negotiate? So we got 50, 45, 40, 30, 10. He negotiated 5 times. He negotiated 5 times. 5 is the Torah. It is the law. And so in Abraham's mind, this seems a reasonable number. Why didn't he go down lower? Why didn't he go down lower? This is one of those things where people posit the question, did Abraham fail by not going down to 5? There are people that think Abraham may have stopped short of what he should have done and asked for 5. Now, if he does ask for 5, okay, you have Lot, you have Lot's wife, you have Lot's 2 daughters, and 2 son-in-laws. So, if he went down to 5 and his son-in-laws actually did properly show that they were righteous, he would have had enough to spare the city. If they aren't, there's not enough. So that's why some people will posit the thought that maybe Abraham didn't go enough. I like to think of it more of, how bold is Abraham to come back 5 times? He negotiates 5 times. He felt he negotiated fairly, and he got down all the way to something that probably seemed very unreasonable. If the cry has come up that this city needs destruction, and there's just 10 people, you're not going to destroy the whole world? The whole city? Why couldn't God just tell the city that destruction was coming, and if you're righteous, leave? Why couldn't he do that? After all, when he was going to destroy the world, he took, Noah and his family, 5, and then wives of his 3 sons, so 8 potentially there, and rescued them. Why would he not rescue the remnant here again? Abraham is pleading on their behalf. He's coming to their aid. Does he stop too soon? I don't know. I don't think so. Some would say he does, but Abraham negotiates. But notice this. Because of who Abraham is, because he is going to be the one who blesses people, God gives him the opportunity to negotiate on behalf of other people. That's amazing. That's amazing. And we should want to be like Abraham and negotiate on behalf of other people, to plead the case of people who we don't think deserves it. Wouldn't most people just think Sodom and Gomorrah should get what's coming to them? Yep. Most people are going to think Sodom and Gomorrah should have got what's coming to them. Now, we have not stated what is the problem other than the cry has come up. And when the cry comes up, usually that word is used of the cry that doesn't mean prayer. It can be just of oppression. The cry is what goes up from the poor, the widow, the orphan, the foreigner. When oppression is happening upon people, God hears the cry. It comes up before him. It's the same word that is going to be used later when the people are in bondage, and the cry is going to go up before God. All right. Any thoughts, questions on that before we get into the next chapter after the break?